You have, and I'm still hearing you. Hi, good evening. It's good to be back again on another Tuesday. My name is Chioma, and I thank you for tuning in to watch us. Thank you. So tonight on Ask Chioma Anything, if you're joining us for the very first time, welcome. What we would ask from you is that you subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you will know when we go live. Set the notification button so that you get an alert. Okay. Now, if you have not followed us on any of the social media handles, then please follow us on Facebook at Enterprise Experts. Follow us on Instagram at Enterprise Experts. Follow us on YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Subscribe, set the notification button, and ensure that you don't miss any of our broadcasts. Okay, good evening again. So tonight I have two questions. It seems to be more the pattern these days, right? So we have two questions. Okay, the first question is, if I'm not planning to apply for a bank loan, why do I need a business plan? Okay. Um, it's an it's an interesting question, because I'm not sure why anyone thinks that it's only when you're applying for a bank loan that you need a business plan. Before you start your business, you should have a business plan. That's the first thing to do. How do you determine that your business will be successful? How do you determine that your business has a future, has prospects? How do you determine that your business is in the right, has the right opportunity, or you can exploit the right opportunity? It is only if you've gone and done a business plan, then you can see what the business would look like. You can simulate what the business would look like. A business plan helps you to put down in writing what you need to make that business succeed. You talk about the product itself, your target market, um, what what is your unique selling proposition, how much you will sell the product, how you will get paid. It forces your mind to think carefully and honestly about the business. So you then engage yourself and think about, how do you reach your target market? So you define your target audience. How do you approach them? In what ways can you introduce your products into the market? What will make your product sell? What are the costs that will come into your business? All these things are critical to the success of your business. If you have not thought about these things, if you have not put them down in a business plan, then it's like building your house in the air. It's like trying to, I don't know how to describe it. It's like trying to, just dabbling. You're not running a business, you're dabbling. You're thinking everything is in your head. When you run a business, things shouldn't be in your head. It should be down, written down. You should have a process in place. You should have the things that you want to do, the goals. What does the business want to achieve? What are the critical success factors? And what are the things that will make you know that you're succeeding? If you haven't put down the measures, if you haven't created a plan that defines these very important variables, or indices, so those are the things that a business plan um, contains. And it's when you've got this that you're able to say to yourself, yeah, I'm on the right course. These are the milestones I've accomplished. I've achieved this much, and, Therefore, yes, I'm on the right path. Without a business plan, it's very difficult to measure your success rates, to measure the growth of your business, to measure what it is that you're doing. So yes, you don't need to be applying to a loan in the bank to have a business plan. If you're going to run a business, you need to have a business plan. Okay. So the second question is, what do you consider the biggest risk to a business? Okay, so every business, when you're working on your um, strategy document, your business plan, you have to look at the risks that are inherent in your type of business. Okay, so every business has its own peculiar risks and its own ways that you can mitigate, or the things that you can do to mitigate the risks. Okay, so if you're asking me, what do I consider to be the biggest risk for any business at all? Let me tell you the things that I think. Well, not having a business plan is a huge risk. Um, you're almost likely to fail without even setting out. But I would consider running out of cash the most critical risk to any business. You don't want to be out of money in running your business, because once you run out of cash, that's it, your business is done. So, because that's a big risk, you always have to watch your revenue versus your cost. You always have to look at what it is that you're trying to spend money on as a new business. If you're a new business, you always have to be very conscious of your expenses as a new business. Because if you run out of money, the business is over. That's it. Everybody go to bed. Just go home. Okay? So to me, the biggest risk to any business is running out of capital, running out of cash. Now, but there would be other risks that every business has that is peculiar to that business. If you're in the logistics business, for instance, your one of your biggest risks would be if anything was to happen to those um, to your source of mobility, the things that you use for your deliveries. Okay, if you were in the food business, I guess your biggest um, risk would probably be not being able to get the right um, produce at the right price, or escalating prices, or having one customer talk bad about your business. Let's say they got food poisoning from your restaurant, and God forbid the person is a known person, and they put it out there. So those are risks that are peculiar to specific businesses. But if you run out of money as a restaurant, you can't buy any of your things, of your raw materials. You can't pay your staff salaries. You will have to shut down. If you can't pay your rent, you don't have a premises. So to me, that's the very, very core of a business. And so it carries the highest risk. I hope you've learned something from the two questions and the answers that I've provided. And again, if you've learned something from it, I would implore you to please share this video with your friends, or with anyone that even your enemy, anyone you think would benefit from it. And of course, I would like you to follow us on our social media handles on the screen, but more importantly, subscribe to our YouTube channel, because when you subscribe and you set the notification, then you know when we're going to have another video. that could also help you. Well, thank you again for watching. I look forward to seeing you next week, Tuesday. All the very best. Good night.